So I'm sure you've seen recently from some of my videos that I was on holiday in America, going to all sorts of different places, including like Brickfair, Virginia and stuff like that. And I've been saving up money for this trip for literally years. So there's a lot of cool stuff that I managed to get there, and I wanted to share some of that with you because some of it's really unique, some of it's really cool, and really exciting. So let's dive into some of the awesome stuff that I bought on my trip to America. So this here is a sculpture that my friend ShadowGear6335 gave me when I met him in New York. Obviously it's a representation of my logo. It's fantastic. It's a beautiful brick-built sculpture. He really killed it with this. Let's go into some of the other stuff now. This is a minifigure that I got from the sort of print your own, design your own minifigure at that little area in the Lego store in New York City. You can see here a blue version of that Skrull weapon, which is a misprinted piece that I got from my friend Patrick Biggs. And I got a bunch of different custom clones and other sort of minifigures that I've been chasing for. Some of these were pretty decent deals. Some of them were, you know, what they're worth. But the figures I've been chasing for a little bit, or custom characters that Lego hasn't made that I was very excited about. That goat piece there is a very expensive piece. It's about 150 bucks. I paid 50 for it, which is a great deal that I got at Brickfair, Virginia, which was awesome. Got a really cool looking Kingpin custom big fig figure there. And a few other little different pieces to make some custom clones and things. Here you can see some light up stuff, which I'll show you in detail a little bit later. Now, there's always all sorts of different talented people there with other skills other than Lego. And so here you can check them out on Instagram. I'll have links in the description. Axelis Art here drew me that Cossie sketch. Beautiful artwork, very happy that I managed to get that. Some different pieces here that we got in various parts drafts and other sort of times where we parted out sets and things. That big red Picari mask there, that's a big old sort of 3D printed piece that people were just giving away. It was very kind of them. Some awesome sort of resin mold pieces here built by Ben or Ziantro. Beautiful colors, beautiful unique masks. They're very excited to play with those. Always exciting to have unique colors like that, and also to have so many like armor pieces with it too, so I can create a mock that is that sort of weird psychedelic looking color. It's really exciting. Different kind of stickers from sets and things, or stickers from people that I met while I was there, like Beyond the Brick, or even Connor Hoffman, Mr. Wombat Combat, who you might have seen his Bionicle videos online. I think this was a free poly bag that came with the goodie bag for Brickfair, as well as a free comic that I got from the TTV little panel that they had at the convention. See a Bail Organa minifigure there, which is a figure I've been chasing for a while. Glad I finally picked that up. Some other kind of pick-a-brick and bulk pieces. I'll show you that in a little bit more detail later. Beautiful Rock Raiders sets, some other sets that I picked up. Again, I'll show you those in detail later. Some beautiful custom masks too from Red Star Games. Such lovely people when I came over and got some of those masks. They're brilliant. I'll take them out of the packaging a little bit later and show you those. Managed to snag some leaf pieces and some beautiful bright colors, which are always so much fun to play with in mocks. So definitely a highlight from the haul here. You can see some of the magnet sets that were exclusive in the New York Lego store. In my sleep-deprived state, I accidentally picked up two of the same one, but that's okay. I'm happy to have multiple. You can see here a bunch of different lighting kits that I got at Atlanta Brick, as well as at Bling Bling Brick, which was a separate stall at Brickfair, Virginia. Very excited to play with some of those, especially like the Iron Man ones and some of the lightsabers, because that'll just really make some of the Marvel and Star Wars mocks that I have really pop. It's going to be awesome. As I'm editing some of the footage here from my holiday, you can see that I built this awesome UCS Naboo Starfighter. It was missing the stand, but that's a holy grail set for me. That's a beautiful looking ship. So very happy to have got that from Atlanta Brick Co. while I was there. You can also see some close-ups here of the Red Star Games masks. These are brilliant. I've always wanted some custom masks like this, so it was lovely to pick some up. And even cooler to see how the colors on these masks, even though they are custom painted, they match official Lego colors so well. It's beautiful. From K-Town Bricks, I picked up some different sort of pieces and torsos and things that'll work great in some castle mocks that I have planned. Love getting little accessory stuff like this because it's always the nice sort of finishing touch on something that you're building, so anything like that's always a good purchase for me. I also picked up some of these crazy brick, kind of crazy arm pieces, which allow you to do all sorts of like dynamic poses with minifigures. And for some of the Lego photography that I do, as well as just some of the mocks that I make, these are really, really helpful for me. I already have some actually, so it was nice to pick up a few more in some different colors here. These are great. So I also bought a bunch of custom printed pieces from Eclipse Graphics at Brickfair as well. You can see here some awesome like movie posters and comics that are, you know, made into sort of Lego form here. some of the kind of like data pads and movie posters and fingerless glove pieces as well. So again, a lot of stuff that I'm going to be using on different superhero mocks and different things like that I want to build. Again, they're just those little tiny touches that can really elevate a mock. So really excited I was able to pick up so much of this. Eclipse Graphics is a great place. Check the links in the description below. A lot of the different stores and places that I'm mentioning, there'll be links to their stores there. So opening up some of those bags that were on the table here, you can see some other stuff from Zyantro. I was mentioning his custom masks before. These are some bootleg pieces, so you'll notice some of these shouldn't exist in the colors that they exist in, but really cool to get them at a pretty decent price. And you know, hey, if Lego's not making construction sets these days, it's really refreshing to get some pieces in some unique colors that they wouldn't normally come in, and they're perfect to use in mocks. So while I was at the Brickmania store, which is literally just next door to Brickfair, Virginia, I picked up just sort of a bulk bag of pieces. You fill the bag, you pay X amount of money for it. I think it was $15, I can't remember. But I got a bunch of really nice pieces there, as well as you can see here some of these larger plate pieces, which I was running out of, and they're very helpful. So it was very nice to get some of those. Some of the sets that I picked up while I was in New York, the New York Lego store, I got some of these new postcard sets, which was some pretty nice little parts packs, as well as this Haunted Manor set, which I of course went on that ride in Disneyland, so it was nice to get the set of it as well. Here's a Pick-a-Brick cup that I got at the New York Lego store, the 5th Avenue one specifically. Brilliant pieces for landscaping in here. Some awesome dark green, a color I use a lot, some olive green, as well as some purple brackets, all sorts of crazy stuff that I've just never seen on the Pick-a-Brick wall before, so that was really refreshing to get. So while I was at Brickfair, a lot of the vendors had just tubs of pieces and a Ziploc bag or a Pick-a-Brick cup, whatever, and you could just fill it up, pay anywhere from like $7 to $15 depending on the vendor, and you'd get all these awesome bulk pieces. So I did a bunch of that, got so much fantastic stuff, mainly system stuff. There wasn't a lot of Bionicle for sale in those specific areas, but it's a lot of stuff that I'll be using for sort of landscaping and things. But the ability to have such, you know, unique stuff that you can do Pick-a-Brick with is so cool. It's certainly a highlight of Brickfair for sure. Here are the pieces that I got from a parts draft of this specific Technic set. So I think there were like 4 or 5 of this set, and we all sort of sorted the pieces together, picked out the pieces that we wanted. So I think I had about 5 different picks or so, and this is what I got left over there. So some great little Technic and sort of Bionicle adjacent pieces that I'm going to be having some fun playing with in a future mock. Some other sets I picked up in my travels was Hydraxon, one of my favorite Bionicles. Lovely to get him. Just the Mandalorian Brickhead, no Grogu unfortunately, and Aquaman. Those 2 Brickheads have brilliant little parts packs, so very happy to pick those up quite cheap at Atlanta Brick Co. Some other stuff I picked up was just the tree from this Harry Potter set and this Infinity Gauntlet, because that gold in that Infinity Gauntlet, oh, so much of it, beautiful color to play with, so very happy to get that as well. So I mentioned that Technic parts draft before. I also did a parts draft of the London Tower Bridge set, so we paid, I think it was about $30, and there were about 20 of us, and we parted out this set, and look at all the awesome pieces I got. So not only was it fun, but I get some good pieces in the end. Here was a Pick-a-Brick cup from the Flatiron New York Lego store. Another great selection of Pick-a-Brick pieces. The amount of those black claw pieces in that Pick-a-Brick, amazing. Can't wait to use all of those. So I also picked up Rey and Jango Fett, the construction figures for them. Don't have Jango Fett, so it was nice to get him, and Rey is a brilliant parts pack with some of those awesome cloth pieces, so very happy to get that one. I also picked up the Chrome Crusher, missing a couple pieces, but it was a little bit cheaper because of it. That was from Atlanta Brick Co. Love Rock Raiders, so great to get that set. I also picked up every Ben 10 figure. Can't wait to play with those pieces. I've seen people like Mitch Henry and a few other different people in the community use those pieces so very well, so can't wait to mess around with that. Also picked up 2 slightly more obscure construction sets, the Construction Hulk and Green Lantern set as well. 2 that I never had, but again, unique sets with some nice pieces in them. Picked up Umarak, which I never got this version of Umarak, and I don't think that final wave of G2 ever came to Australia, so it's nice to, after all these years, finally get that set, as well as finally get Euripides, which is a Galador set that I've always wanted, especially for that really unique staff that he has. Such a cool set, very happy to take him home. I bought Mazka in LA at a Bricks and Minifigures store, another set that I never got as a kid, so very happy to add that to the collection now. I got Nadiki, which is a set I technically already had, but I couldn't pass him up. He was $30 at the yard sale at Brickfair, Virginia, so I had to get it. It was a brilliant price. I also picked up some non-Lego stuff if you're interested. So this I got from Galaxy's Edge. They're Ahsoka's lightsabers, and they come in a beautiful little case like that too. So cool. Ahsoka's one of my favorite characters, so really nice to add that to my collection. And another fine addition to my collection is the lightsaber that I built at Galaxy's Edge. That was an awesome experience and something I've waited years to do. That was magical. I picked up a Coke bottle at Galaxy's Edge, some credits, and a Sabak deck of cards as well. So another fine purchase. And I picked up some holocrons and some kyber crystals to go with them as well. A very, very cool prop. I love that sort of stuff. Buying some of that's always fun. And I picked up a bunch of comics in New York, in LA, mainly New York and LA. That's the main places I bought comics, but I got a good stack of comics there because they were very, very cheap compared to Australia, and got some stuff that I've been meaning to get for some time too, so heck yeah. So that's it for all of the stuff that I bought on my travels. Let me know what you liked the most. And hey, if you want some individual videos on anything that I've shown here, I can always do some of that. So let me know if something catches your eye. I'll certainly be reviewing some of those Bionicles on the channel here soon, so you can definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Happy building, and bye for now.